love seeing new faces, and especially some people that are creeping up there, especially towards the end, might be slipping in for that last little spot that you need for playoffs.
All right. Heaven or Hell going to be letting the intros rock here. Going to be rocking the Nago coming out from Aoki, using what looks like their main option. Of course, Johnny Cash going to be having the beard this time around for Chenchel. So let's see how it starts to play out once we get past these intros.
Yeah, I feel like a little underrated pick. I don't see as much a bearded Johnny. I think it's underrated choice. Yeah, already off the start, I mean, Aoki trying to get a little bit of a hard call out with this XP, gets punished, but immediately pushes momentum. They're coming out swinging. Oh my god.
Oh, nice Beyblade to be able to get back in against Chenchel. Aoki going to be continuing with the RRC, having a block. Oh, nice opening.
Yeah, I think at this point, we need to check how much meter's been used within inside of the first, like, 30 seconds of this match. Not even 10 seconds. Both burst dumps, each bobbing, pulling out their own set of RC into a super. And he's still not dead.
No, Aoki's still going to be alive from this. Has one last chance to go up against Chenchel this round. Calling low and a throw, just going to do you in there.
Yeah, nice way to close it out for Chenchel. Aoki, I mean, had a lot of good momentum going in, and, you know, still trying to rely on that 6P at round start when Chenchel is being a little bit more patient, letting Aoki act first.
Nice, got you locked into the corner. Aoki, what are you going to be trying to do to get out of there? Actually going to be getting a throw off. You're going to be just jumping into Chenchel, keeping them stuck, but not for long.
Yeah, I like the option there from Aoki, trying to call out the burst. However, Chenchel did not get it immediately. I feel like it wouldn't have been a bad option, but you might be relying a little bit too much on that burst bait, and Chenchel might not be fighting.
Whew. Positive aura going to be coming out now. Going to be seeing the PRC into the throw. Trying to get that life lead back for Chenchel and at least get some more chip in there too. And fine. Ooh!
Oh, 1 HP in a dream. Nice YRC bait. Wow. Great call out there at the end for Chenchel. Gonna be taking the first game. However, still extremely close.
Still going to be pretty close. Again, both of those rounds really went down to the wire. It was just a little bit more in favor of Chenchel able to get the situation that they wanted. So now it's definitely going to be a question of if Aoki is going to be able to close the gap between them this time around.
Yeah, Aoki looked like they tried to go for a lot more hard callouts, where Chenchel looked like they'd be a bit more patient, trying to wait for Aoki to act first and respond based on that.
Ooh, already spending on the burst, just going to get misfind, and it looks like Chenchel just has really good control of the game. Aoki finally finding their way in, but still getting called out.
Yeah, these nice knockdown sequences are getting looped over and over again. That card is just causing so much pressure against Aoki, and he can't get out.
Ooh, nice trying to wild assault your way in. Just going to get blocked. Both of your swords not meeting each other by Aoki to be able to find an opening, putting Chenchel onto the wall, and finding another one for the wall break. Actually going to be the wall, just full on hard knockdown.
Yeah, starting to get a nice momentum swing back to in his favor. He's going to need it here, especially with Chenchel having burst available and 100 meter left. I like the option to be a little patient, let Chenchel try to throw out first. However, it's not going to work out in his favor. Chenchel will close it out on that first round.
Yeah, going to be able to find them low again, but again, it's getting so close between these two, and an immediate neutral startup for Chenchel, trying to back up, trying to make sure that they don't get caught in low, going to be able to get in with a misfind or try to extend it with the card, and dang!
Ooh, maybe a little overestimation on that distance away. That bite did not hit. Ooh, little odd drop there from Chenchel, however, picks it right back up, gets to the wall break. With meter still on deck, you gotta be wondering, first bait coming out?
Ooh, nice backdash. Gonna have to block. Nice, gonna be able to get in with the RRC2. Burst gonna be coming out. Nice Beyblade for Aoki to get back in there, but gets bursted before the tap dust.
Yeah, I like the option there from Aoki, just to wait a little bit. Maybe not gonna be exactly when Chenchel expected. However, Chenchel turned the momentum back into his favor, taking game 2.
again, really good start for Chenchel. It definitely felt like that time around, you know, we were talking a little bit before how it was back and forth, very close and down to the wire for both of them. But it felt like in that last round, it was much more in the favor of Chenchel. It felt like they were able to get their game started up a lot faster and make Aoki kind of scared and pressured in the corner, not really trying to spend anything that would put them at risk.
Definitely, Aoki seems to be putting themselves in scenarios where they're throwing out the option first and trying to let Chenchel react based on that. But Chenchel's using to advance. I say that, and starting off with a burst bait. High blood on deck for Aoki. You got to be warned about that. Oh.
They were doing a little bit of just trying to feel out in space against each other, but again, Chenchel going to be able to walk away the victor of just that duel, trying to be able to find on block. Of course, Misfinder is not going to be reaching far enough, but at least getting the burst out from Aoki.
You know, I think Aoki's got to be a little bit more oppressive with these normals. When you got Blood State, that 5H alone, look at the distance on it. It's got to cause so much pressure for Chenchel, and he's got to FD it unless he wants to take so much chip.
There we go, finding another Misfinder, trying to do neutral shimmy, not going to be successful. Aoki trying to keep their defense on point, even if they're getting backdash and starting to take some blood away from Chenchel.
Yeah, nice block there onto the TK Misfinder. Starting to use his Blood Rage to his advantage. However, he's going to be so passive just not to pop. Is able to close it out.
Alright.
Yeah, I like the idea of potentially Aoki starting to cash out early on and play around with his high Blood Rage just to stop Chenchel from just spamming these Misfinders and using his distance.
Oh, nice jumping, still going to get stopped in their tracks by Aoki, who's going to be able to get the tap dust off, but that left them so susceptible.
I like the option trying to do the charge version on there, but didn't pay off for it. Could have worked out really great. However, Chenchel's got 100 meter on deck, and you know you got to expect some really messed up mix.
Oh, yeah, no, we're definitely going to be seeing some mix here, but actually not even going to be able to break the wall, just taking down then and there. So we're going to be tying up the rounds now.
Yeah, Chenchel really not trying to let Aoki get this round, this game win too easily. He's gonna make him fight for it.
Definitely gonna be making you fight for it. Gonna be trying to put in the cards down, trying to sweep onto the floor. Misfinder not gonna find what it wants, but this time around gonna be able to on the jump in.
Yeah, Aoki being very passive about that blood meter, and it's nice because you don't want to pop from it. However, you might want to abuse getting in, especially with how difficult Chenchel is being about giving you any opening. Oh, the hard punishes coming out. Chenchel closing it out on the third game, taking at least the win. However, like we mentioned, 2 weeks left before playoffs. You need any win that you can. It's do or die time.
You know, it is do or die right now, especially again, since we're in those last 2 weeks. Aoki, you can try to fight for the elo to keep yourself alive, at least when it comes to that next week and a little bit on this week, but still, it's going to be dire.
Yeah, we'll see how Aoki can adapt to it. He's got to, I think, play around that Blood Rage more. And I know it's a little hard to play around it and not wanting to pop, but Chenchel's really not going to give you a lot of chances to just keep spacing out these normals. He's either going to be oppressive like so, make you have to take all this mix. Ooh.
Nice, just going to be dashing up, going to keep Chenchel in a block state, making sure they're stuck on defense. Just has to find the right opening on this block string, but no, actually going to be backing up, even though Aoki had more of the control.
Yeah, Aoki's trying to find his way in. You know, I'm not seeing a lot of clone come out in this matchup.
No, Aoki's not really trying to spend on that clone, just really trying to play with a lot of their long-range normals, trying to find the perfect opening, especially that sweep, and just bring it back from up top.
Hey, you call it out, and you win. Aoki's definitely trying to do these more predictive than reaction. We got predictions versus reactions in this matchup.
Definitely do. And again, we're actually able to catch on the low this time around, trying to teleport, trying to kick our way in, able to find on the low again. Chenchel not watching for it this time around, and not able to combo off the RRC.
Yeah, and I love how Aoki's playing this time around. You might see that, like, he didn't get a lot of openings there, but look at how low Chenchel was. That Blood Rage was playing a massive factor into this round.
Yeah, really nice, solid, just patient, trying to use your normals, trying to see what Chenchel's trying to go for on their defense, how they're going to try to make their way in, because that definitely got Aoki the win there, and I imagine they're going to try to at least continue that same energy into this final game.
Yeah, Chenchel's got to be a little bit more reserved about trying to block Nago with the high blood rage. I mean, we're seeing it go out there at the end. Just those normals, especially with that 6H going on to block string, if you're not FDing that, you're taking still a decent chunk of damage that you don't want to. Ooh, what's going on here?
Looks like Aoki
Well, that's not the say. Aoki, you got one more to go in here.
Yeah, who are they? We got one more.
I think you got one more in you. You got one more in you.
No, we got one. We got one more in you. Come back.
Come on. We ain't done yet. I think we ain't done yet.
No, we ain't done yet in these parts. You got one more try.
You definitely don't want to be taking that game and then just dipping on that. You got the momentum going. You need to be riding that into the last game. Wonder if potentially maybe just a little restart of a PC or something. I mean, that's what you can hope for right now, especially seeing that. But the game went so well for Aoki, so
yeah,
I guess we'll end up seeing.
Maybe. It's a very peculiar situation.
Cool. I mean, I see Aoki complaining about Johnny inside the chat, but
yeah, you gotta deal with Johnny for one more match.
You got one more. Oh, he's back. There you go.
Oh, okay.
You got one more. Just one more. Wait, what? You know, I wonder what is throwing mint at someone. Just
what?
Never enough mint color. I guess could do everything mint.
I mean, mint is a satisfying color. So, all right.
Getting back in for the final game here. 3-1 set. Aoki wanting to keep this as close as possible. Chenchel wants to just have this 4-1 win to be able to put him up in a much better spot.
Oh, nice. Going to be able to find on that side switch. Going to be putting Aoki into the corner. Aoki, again, playing more patient, and Chenchel knows that, trying to play more patient themselves. But when they find the opening, they're going to take full advantage.
Yeah, Chenchel really didn't get much of didn't really give much of an opening there for Aoki, but one 6H counter hit did almost nearly all that damage for this round.
Ooh, nice PRC, gonna try to catch Aoki, able to catch on the toes with the misfinder, but Beyblade gonna be pulling through to start some good pressure from Aoki, not having the Oki though.
Yeah, I love the deflect shield usage there. Oh! Blood Pop did, however, work in his favor. He's got the meter to use it. You might as well abuse it. You need to find some way in. Take advantage.
Oh, nice!
Nice use of clone there at the end, realizing you don't need much. You just need one little chip.
Ooh, and already making Chenchel spend their burst right off the bat. Able to find two and, of course, get that Blood Suck command grab. Going to be making sure your blood meter resets.
Now you get to cash out, get to stay on top. Now that blood rage is so high, and you can start abusing the distance of these normals and punish so hard. He's got 1 HP left. Aoki was just doing such a great job at stopping Chenchel from getting any opening. But one.
Misfiner gonna be able to get the wall break too.
Oh. Nice XP. You know?
Especially as we're going to be getting into it now, seeing if we want to let our Ram intros roll.
Oh, or not. No, they want right into it.
No, I thought we were about to see it happen, but no.
Yeah, you know, I think it's very on brand for Lemon to be picking a yellow Ramlethal skin.
I mean, yeah, it's Lemon.
Yeah. Wow, but Lemon starting with so much pressure against Simi, now giving them a chance to get out. But the second they do, they might regret that.
Nice, gonna be able to kick you in, trying to find on the low, but Simi trying to find their way out of the corner. Lemon doing a really good job of just locking Simi down. Reversal super, gonna be able to connect.
Yeah, both these players playing at such a high level with both the same character, they have to know the nuances and where gaps are going to be shown in between and where they can punish. Saw it early there with Simi pulling out the Mortabato, and likewise now with Lemon.
Nice job coming out there from Lemon already. Going to be able to knock Simi down too and trying to flip their way in, but Simi going to be going right back out at them.
Yeah, that far slash is already working overtime for both players. They're trying to abuse this distance, and it's paying off very well.
Just a little bit of health left, and Simi's already trying to jump in against Lemon, playing patient, but still going to get thrown, and of course get Aoki'd, but nice Mortabato.
Yeah, I feel like the real MVP showing out here is Mortabato for both players. I mean, they're finding the great opportunities to use it. However, Lemon trying to keep him into the corner, but with limited resources on deck, Simi dropping everything that they can, trying to fight their way out, will pay off and be able to take that round.
Simi going to be keeping alive in that round and already going to be able to get a nice counter hit on round start. Going to be carrying Lemon all the way to the corner, trying to crouch block, but they're going to be able to get the throw.
Yeah, Lemon does call out the throw against Simi. However, Simi was not ready to do it immediately. Mortabato isn't... He spent the meter for it, but didn't get the damage against wall nor the hard knockdown.
Unfortunate there, might bite them in the butt in just a moment, but Simi still left on the defense, having to take these great swords. Only one left coming out from Lemon, and the Mortabato not going to be doing anything this time around.
Oh, I like the round closer there from Lemon. Just trying to get that one opening, calling out in a weird scenario to be able to just throw after. Pays off. Lemon going to be taking that game one.
Nice. Lemon going to be starting out strong there, trying to wait for that good mid spacing in order to get some good pokes, but more so importantly, waiting for the right moment to counteract, especially when Simi was trying to get some strings, and just being able to throw off of the plus was really good.
Yeah, nice recognition there. And just, you know, pretty much just testing Simi if they were ready for a weird scenario like that. Oh my god, seeing that JH just linger in the air but not have an active hitbox anymore is so nice and relieving. But I imagine as a Ram main, you're looking at it, you're like, my sword's there, but why is it not doing anything?
Oh, nice YRC to get Simi right out of your face, but they're going right back in. Great swords, trying to find a poke, and there we go. Gonna be able to find it, and Lemon doesn't have any resources to put him out.
Called out the Simi shimmy, calling out Lemon, trying to be able to grab, punishes it with the counter hit. Does end up working out. Won't be the round there, but it's going to be extremely close.
Ooh, and just set up rocks right behind you off of that wake up. Gonna be able to take that round, and Simi already getting hit by the great swords.
Yeah, already starting off with great momentum this time around. I feel like we're definitely going to go to an extremely close 3-2 set with the pace that these players are at.
Yeah, just keep going back and forth against each other. Already Lemon trying to clap back against Simi, but Simi gonna be able to find the opening. Does get bursted out though, but at least finds it jumping.
Yeah, Simi, nice combo game going in here. However, not going to pay off too much. Did waste their meter with Lemon having 100 on deck still. 50 left after burst. Oh, not going to take the wall. Ooh, yeah. It didn't take wall, and it looked like it was going to work in Simi's favor. However, Mortabato is inevitable.
It is inevitable coming out from Ram. Just got to be watching out for it, and Simi did not that time around. Already getting put into the corner too, as Lemon going to be able to get the wall break. Does not have enough tension to full out overdrive it, but that's going to be perfectly fine as they trade.
Oh, I wonder what the play was there. It didn't work out there exactly for Lemon. Simi now trying to find their way back in, but Lemon should be able to close it. And Will going up 2-0 over Simi.
Whew. All right, Lemon going to be up 2-0 right now. Again, these rounds getting so close, so back and forth against each other. But Lemon just keeps being the one out on top because there's certain situations where the neutral game is always getting won by Lemon, and we're not watching out for it.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard game of attrition that you got to play here. And I mean, especially someone who knows your character just as well as you do, it's kind of weird on how you got to throw in something or try to just pretty much break your own pattern recognition to try to confuse your opponent. If they've not seen the type of approach you're going for, I mean, you can't throw out the generics because the generics are just the bread and bones of these characters.
Nice rock startup going to be coming out from Simi, forcing out the burst, and you just run straight into a counter hit. Simi definitely going to be prioritizing that.
Yeah, Simi starting off really great this round. Already having meter, building up so much. Just one little hit against wall should be able to take it. But Lemon finding a great escape and having meter on deck, potentially getting Simi to burst. Right there at the end.
Nice back up, put the greatsword in there, gonna get the explosion off, gonna be carrying you all the way from the left to the right, and that's Simi gonna be able to take that round off the explosion.
Nice. Simi starting off really strong this time around. Lemon's just doing a great job at getting out of these defensive sequences. You know, Simi might be putting them against wall pretty early on, however, they're very patient, will find their escape option, and just try to turn the tide around as best as they can.
Already proving such a good pressure game against Lemon right now, keeping them into the corner, going to be able to find another opening, definitely going to be going for at least a Mortobotto on the wall break, going to find it, leaving just a little bit of health left for this game for Lemon.
Oh, I wonder what the mix option was there, however paid off for Simi, getting a game on the board. No one's won it quite yet. Simi can still come back with the reverse 3-0 over Lemon.
It could still happen for Simi. Of course, we already got a game on the board, so we're already starting down that trek. Just going to be needing 2 more in order to get that reverse sweep, which would definitely be very hype for Simi to get, you know, boost that elo a little more.
Yeah, you got to be as cautious as ever, and I mean, you don't exactly want to be playing defensively against Ram, especially us playing Ram when your defensive options aren't that great. And the nerves might be racking up even more than ever, especially with what's on the line and how close we are to the end of the season.
Woo! Nice, gonna be able to find on the low, trying to jump in, gonna be able to. Mortobotto gonna be coming out though for Simi.
Yeah, Simi needs to get this pressure in. You already committed to this burst option really early on, but Lemon calls it out with that Mortobotto. Yeah, both players really have just been abusing Mortobotto this set more than I feel like I'd ever seen a Ram use it.
It's crazy. I mean, when you're doing Ram versus Ram for a mirror, it is likely it's going to happen a little bit more, especially since you know the other Mortobotto's tricks. Looks like already Simi trying to get a run back after that previous round on this one, but Lemon going to be finding their opening. Never mind.
Ooh, nice mix there. I fell for it. Ooh, nice counter hit. They're going to be able to get some good damage racking up here. Not enough to get super in time before the wall break.
And already going to be spending our attention on the BRC. Not going to be helping Lemon here, trying to go for a jump in and trying to lock Simi into the corner, but the neutral shimmy helps out so much, and the Mortobotto too.
I think we need a Mortobotto counter going here forward. I mean, I feel like we're over 10 at this point. It's paying off in dividend for both players. Lemon fighting their way out, however Simi still does have burst on deck. Got to find a good time to use it. Great for not risking it out there. Oh yeah, you gotta.
Ooh, nice anti-air. Just kick over the corner. Don't have enough for a super. Just gonna have to find another answer to counteract against Lemon.
Oh, I love the option there from Simi. Stops the actual swords and gets the jump. Oh, nice air grab. Takes the round there. Simi on a little bit of a comeback this time around.
Yeah, now going to be tying up the set 2-2. So it's going to be any man's game this time around to see who gets the set and who walks away with just 2 wins, as it's now neck and neck.
And I mean, in a Ram mirror too, you got to, I mean, you definitely want to be the one that's on top here. You want to prove that you can pilot this character in these niche scenarios a bit better than your opponent. But however, both characters playing this character at such a high level.
Nice burst already coming out from Lemon to try to counteract Simi, try to create some pressure, but Simi is going to be the one to find their opening, carry all the way to the wall, drops it though, picks it right back up.
Is going to get the wall break, does have so much resources on deck. Lemon needs to be able to find some opening, but at this point you gotta hold that one. It's looking really good for Simi in this scenario too, with burst still.
Yeah, and also Lemon already spending on the Wild Assault. They are going to be able to find the rocks, but Simi are going to be able to start up their pressure and carry Lemon to the wall.
Yeah, wow, and already getting wall break is going to get the effects of positive bonus. Gaining so much meter, and yeah, you got to burst early in there. You have 100 meter on deck. How are you going to cash out with this?
Does another throw. Try to find the rocks in the back.
Oh, the grab did not work out for them. However, fortunate enough by the backdash. 6P will close it out there. For Simi, taking the set.
Waiting, going to be going into this match and seeing if we're going to let the intro roll this time around. We got the Cyberpunk ult on both sides actually.
Ooh, nah, we're not playing Strive. This isn't Kai versus Bridget. This is David versus Rebecca. We got going on.
We got to commit to the bit of David versus Rebecca here.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I love the David skin too, with how it looks on Kai and makes the red sword.
Yeah, I absolutely love that touch. I mean, David already proving to be so good for GragonMonkey, trying to just find a fireball in there. PRC to catch for an anti-air, and Aegis gonna be stuck in the corner right now.
Yeah, gets the knockdown, and just like it's the mention of Kai getting the one opening, and then Bridget having to struggle to find their way out.
Whew. Already going to be GragonMonkey, going to be able to find that round, having the block, and it's Aegis right off the bat to find the low.
Yeah, GragonMonkey looked like they knew these little gaps and might have a bit of experience with inside of this matchup.
We're shock state right now, able to find the opening against GragonMonkey, at least keeping them in the corner, going to be able to roll our way out and find on your backside to put GragonMonkey in the corner, but they find an opening.
Yeah, nice recognition there. Gragon knows that there's a little bit of a gap and just punishes out immediately with Stun Dipper.
Woo. Nice throw though coming out from Aegis, going to be able to find some space against GragonMonkey, who's still trying to poke them out, able to find a little bit of a sonic roll, going to be putting you stuck into the corner, and after trying to throw that yo-yo, going to be putting you in a little bit of a block state.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit rough there, especially at the end. However, GragonMonkey will be taking it. A just needs to find some scenario to be able to better punish against just how Gargon's really playing. They're just staying at this like close to medium range, which Bridget really struggles against, and they need to find some way to get them off and not commit in.
Just gonna have to find a different way of going about this matchup, because GragonMonkey really has a solid feel and a solid read on how Aegis wants to play, and already going into this next game, it's a bit more of a neutral state, but GragonMonkey able to find that opening on the low.
Yeah, GragonMonkey already pushing the pressure over and over again.
He's gonna roll your way in, trying to find the yo-yo on the backside. PRC coming through.
Oh, and not gonna be able to pay out for it. I mean, Aegis is doing their best to be able to adapt, but GragonMonkey really knows. It looks like they have such good matchup knowledge, calling out these specific scenarios where there might be just a little bit of a gap, but Aegis might be throwing some of these frame traps. I'm going to be able to call out Gragon for these mash on defense.
And poke out, go back and forth. Going to be slipping you in, and RRC going to finish that job a little bit more even between the two, but still GragonMonkey going to take that round.
Yeah, Gragon already starting off so strong once again.
Ran into that DP like headlights, but it's fine. Aegis though going to be starting up that pressure, going to be juggling GragonMonkey a little bit, but able to get the DP off. Smart not to use the burst. They knew that the DP would work.
Yeah, I like Aegis using that YRC there, just trying to keep GragonMonkey away. Oh, nice little play to just a stall in the air, not get 6P'd originally. However, Gragon was ready for the adaptation.
Trying to find the flip. Aegis has one more burst if they want to use it. Could be able to find a throw and put GragonMonkey into the corner and able to put a yo-yo trap on there to make sure they were able to get the throw off. Ooh.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Aegis looked like they had a lot of momentum there going into that last sequence. However, Gragon was able to find the one scenario to punish. Didn't work out exactly in the end. However, Aegis had a much better showing in that game. Gragon going up 2-0.
Going to be going up 2-0 now. Definitely still feeling strong. Seeing a little bit more contention coming out from Aegis there, especially as they're starting to download how GragonMonkey likes to play Kai. But still able to start to make a bit of a difference. Needs a little bit more momentum though.
Yeah, of course. Oh, looked like trying to get Fireball out, but didn't get it.
Trying to set those yo-yo traps again to at least force the block state from GragonMonkey. Going to be able to be successful as we're just going to butt slam them into a wall break. Different side of the stage now, trying to set up some more traps, but you still get hit.
Cool. Burst going out already for Aegis. I kind of like the option to be able to do it, but you need to be able to capitalize off of it. However, just stuck blocking there in the end.
A little bit of a fireball trade there. Going to be able to hit an Aegis, but nice DP coming out there.
Oh, I like the little cross up there with it, however intentional or not. But really trying to find some way in and trying to bait Gragon to be able to throw out some option and punish him for it. However, Gragon not biting.
There you go, putting you onto the wall. Good at DP for the wall break. He still needs one more good hit to take Aegis out here. And now on this round, gonna have to use the PRC just to DP you.
Yeah, unfortunate there, but Aegis doing their best to be able to try to take these rounds against Gragon. Gragon just keeping this momentum and this pressure up against them.
Trying to block. Stun Dipper going to be coming through. Going to be able to find on the low and get the shock state onto Aegis.
Yeah, just looping the sequence over and over again. Nice delay on the burst and just calling out that Gragon was just going to concede at the end.
Still though, getting caught. You're still shocked right now. Able to find the jump in against GragonMonkey. Able to start the pressure off too and leave them in defense. And the anti-air.
Oh, a nice little sequence. Oh, but Ride the Lightning is going to be able to take that there. Gragon going up 3-0 over Aegis.
That does mean that Aegis does have to play for Elo now instead of fighting to win, which is unfortunate, but that is the way it is sometimes. But at least we could still get that Elo coming out for Aegis. We just got to lock into these next two games.
Yeah, we'll see how, see if they can be able to adapt and potentially take these games. It's looking a little difficult. Gragon's just really got a good foundation against Aegis. And Aegis did a good job at being able to use some of these options to be able to call out some of these pressure sequences that Gragon was doing. But immediately after getting punished once for it, he's adapted really well.
Nice burst coming out already from Aegis as GragonMonkey is still continuing their pressure. RRC going to be able to find that opening shock state. Going to be able to stun Dipper on the wall. Going to be able to break it too. Needs one more good hit in. And well, there we go. We actually get two good hits.
Yeah, Gragon, this momentum is just not stopping for him.
Not stopping in the slightest, but might be in just a second because Aegis is starting to create some pretty good game. Still was not watching for that jump in though. GragonMonkey could be able to find their way in and put Aegis into the corner. Yeah,
Aegis, I mean, they're trying to drop out any bit of resource that they have to be able to try to stop Gragon for this pressure. Oh, and that should be able to take it. Well, never mind. I thought that there was going to be a lot more damage going on.
We just didn't. We were a little bit too close to the wall on the stage to really get some crazy damage going. But hey, we just go for it again.
Yeah, nice recognition there from Aegis. I'm pretty sure they went intentionally with the deep run, trying to call out either a DP or just, as you saw, ride the lightning.
Really good call out there, trying to bait that out. And there we go. Aegis gonna be able to find a DP, trying to jump in, but still getting stabbed out. A 4th game to GragonMonkey.
Yeah, Aegis needs to be like, they're doing their best to be able to find these scenarios and try to adapt against them, but it's working pretty hard. And I mean, Gragon's just not giving up. They're just gonna keep pushing the momentum, adapting as quick as they can to whatever Aegis is throwing out.
Now getting into the final game, we can get a point on the board for Aegis to get a little elo in there, but GragonMonkey definitely going to be trying everything they can to not let that happen. Already trying to find the low and able to find on the backdash.
Oh, nice burst bait. Oh, however, I mean, not burst bait, TP. Burst came out immediately after. Didn't get a punish it, but however, it gives Aegis a better chance to be able to get back into this game. Gragon's ready for all these weird setups.
Woo. Trying to find another fireball, another one. Kai just gonna be rushing in, getting DP'd this time around by Aegis, trying to jump in, gonna be able to just side switch, try to go back and forth, really trying to mix up against GragonMonkey. It's not proven to be too effective yet.
Oh, should be able to get a wall break here with a hard knockdown. We'll see how they just get some nice mix off of this and potentially try to take their first round going. Well, they're the first round here.
Now he's gonna find a little anti-air, trying to just flip kick their way in again, but he's just this time around able to block, trying to find the gold burst. Not gonna be doing much for them there. Gonna have to just catch GragonMonkey on the low, leave them in the corner. Oh,
that's unfortunate. They were right on the option. However, it did not work out. They were trying to anti-air Monkey from coming in. It just didn't pay out.
Of course, there's such a big divide between both of their burst meters. GragonMonkey still has it if they want to use it. Still opting to just block in the corner and take damage when they have to. Ooh.
Oh, Thunderbird gets called out. However, does get 6P off.
Is able to get a solid throw against Aegis. Going to be able to operate again.
Ooh. With meter. Oh, did not go for super?
Interesting choice there. Actually just going for that BRC, able to catch in the air, and actually proving to be effective because we add another one in for the DP as GragonMonkey going to be taking the set with a clean 5-0.
It feels great once you can actually get in.
Definitely does. It looks like we're already getting into it, already seeing Block D trying to play a pretty dominant Russian game right now.
Yeah, already starting off very well. Having Zedai take all this mix off the bat in the corner, gets the wall break. 100 meter on deck, not going to take that 5H at round start either. Or well, post wall break.
Ooh, a nice little counter there, going to already be able to take Zettai out.
Yeah, Block D is a great showing for the first round.
Nice block on the DP this time around. Going to be able to get a counter hit on Block D, but Block still in advantage. Going to be putting you into the corner.
Yeah, nice knockdown. Get some, keeping Zedai still in the corner, but Zedai needs to find a decent way out. Finally getting that chance. Parry is not going to pay off, but it's what? 2 hits. It's 2 hits. Oh, you can't let the first hit missing fool you.
Oh, I'm just trying to find a 2P after the fact too, and another throw. Block D, are you going to be able to take the first game?
Yeah, Block D already off to an amazing start for this time around. I mean, the momentum was insane. Zedai needs to find some type of way to be able to get out of the corner, but Block's not making it easy for him.
Block really trying to make sure that they're locking Zettai in the corner, making sure that they can't really do much. As we're just going to be getting into this second game now, seeing if Zettai wants to go about this neutral a little differently.
Yeah, we'll see how they adapt to it. And then also, if you're not too familiar with how Anji plays, I mean, it can be very overwhelming to have to deal with.
Nice, gonna be able to just bait out that burst there coming out from Zettai, and that's already the round going, you know, just finishing it off in style. That's the round going to block D.
Yeah, the cherry on top for it. Yeah, Cherry's got a lot of momentum going into this game too.
Block trying to play patient yet again. Zettai going to be able to find an opening, another one on the counter, and this time around, starting to look a lot more cleaner. Ooh.
Oh. They found their original opening getting in, however, block was not going to be denied for very long. Starting off strong and finishing even stronger.
Second game again, going to be going to block, and literally at the end there, didn't even need to bait out for that burst. Didn't even need to put Zettai in a situation where they could use burst. We could have just wall broken there, but we're just going for them style points.
Yeah, at that point, might as well. I mean, if you're feeling so confident about it and you're comfortable and swapping to Sin?
Huh. I mean, we were playing very dominantly, so I'm kind of surprised that we're switching characters.
I wonder if you potentially don't want to have your opponent get used to your character, maybe swapping it up if you feel like you started struggling a little bit. Maybe they want to have a DP.
Potentially, DP is a very good tool to have on any character. A nice hoof stomp already to be putting Zettai in the corner.
Oh. And the burst space. Oh my goodness.
Trying to air again. It feels like Zettai isn't able to close the gap sometimes with block D in terms of that spacing. And already block D getting another perfect.
Yeah, block D's just keeping up all this pressure. If you know, just don't take your foot off the gas. I feel like that's the whole philosophy that he's got going into this game.
He's going to be able to poke out, get the stomp, going to be finding the counter hit on the sweep, and already block D finding the DP to end off that combo.
Yeah, Zettai just getting punished inside of these corner sequences. It's very difficult trying to find your way out, and you don't want to have to sit and block for as long as you have been.
Nice PRC, not going to be able to continue it this time around. Zettai going to be finding their opening. Nice DP to get out of range of Mr. Dolphin there.
Yeah, I mean, working out there for block D, Zettai just unable to punish the Dolphin there. And block going up 3-0 over Zettai.
Yep, going to be able to take that third game, and of course, block D going to be winning this set no matter what. But we'll see if Zettai is going to be able to make a little bit of an elo difference in these last two games.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think it still is a little odd to me that that he swapped us in, but hey, if it's working out for him, finds the momentum swinging in his favor for it, feels a bit more comfortable, might as well.
Nice, gonna be able to sweep already. Block D, gonna be able to put Zettai into the corner, gonna be able to get that wall break. Gonna be very unfortunate there, especially with the hard knockdown stomping after the fact too.
Yeah, it didn't work out exactly into Zettai's favor. Block still keeping up all of this pressure against Zettai. You know, if it's still working, why stop it? It's very difficult because Zettai looks like they're trying to find just some scenario where they can match on, and unfortunately, it's just not working.
Nice, finding that low poke again with the 2P this time around, though Zettai having to take this damage again. Hoof Stomp going to be coming out from block D, and again finding that opening, just making sure that we're growing bigger.
Yeah, I got to be able to take as many buffs as you can. I wish it was a little bit more utilized as a part of the character's kit. Calls out the burst yet again, and charge. Oh, you didn't need to do all that. Oh. Today I
Didn't
learned
even
that
kill.
one kills. Yeah, I did not know.
It's fine though, because Block D was able to finish their job, as now they're going to be up 4-0.
Yeah, Block D just needing one more to close it out, trying to boost their elo as much as they can. Zedai really need to get in one on this board. You don't want to go out like that. And it's very difficult, especially trying to find some sense of adaptation. Block going Slayer, not even a character that he has listed. Oh, man.
Whew. Okay. We're just going to be going for a third character this time around. Block D trying to play a little bit of a different game, not feeling the sin right now.
Yeah, not exactly. You know, maybe if you're feeling confident with it inside of a set like this, you can pull out another pocket character that you feel like can work out a little bit better, especially if based on your opponent's defensive habits. And it looks like, yeah, the backdash attack just looks to be punishing Zedai extremely hard.
Ooh. And already this time around, Zettai going to be finding a lot of strong openings, trying to put Block D in the corner. Going at least going to be racking up some good damage there.
Yeah, Zedai found a bit more momentum going into this time. However, Block D is trying their best to be able to punish it. Oh, that was definitely a weird. I didn't know if it was gonna actually cross up or not. I think. Ooh, this is confused. We were Block was confused. Zedai taking advantage of it, having 100 meter on deck. Gets Block's burst off.
Oh, trying to dandy step their way in, trying to mix. Just going for the Super Mappa hunch off the bat. Gonna able to find the kill. Yeah.
Does work out for Block. Is gonna be able to take it 5-0.